Okay, we are all ready. I just need to record.
What? Something keeps happening on my screen. Like, is my video on? Is it off?
Now it is.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Just adjust this a little bit lower. Okay, that's just gonna have to do for now. But you know, it works. It works.
Well, you're here now. That's the main thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm dressed this week. I'm dressed.
Same. I'm dressed. I've still got my work clothes on. I'm dressed.
I was gonna do makeup, but I was like, do you know what? Getting dressed is effort enough. What is going on with my camera? Am I like flashing?
Yeah, you are. Just check your USB plug.
Yeah, I am. So I think I might know what it is. Where?
Let's stop now, whatever.
And now I'm completely frozen.
Oh, no.
Wait,
Oh,
let me turn it off
dear.
and on.
Okay. Great start, great start.
Hello. Oh, for goodness sake. What is up with this camera?
Oh,
This one,
dear.
I'm just gonna
Unplug it and then plug it back in again. Oh, thanks. This is Salem. This one right here is Salem.
Was it what?
Hey, there we go.
I do hope that it stays this way now.
Let's hope. Let's pray.
Let's hope.
Let's hope.
Let's honestly.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you all set up now? Are you all?
I am. I'm. Yeah, I'm set up.
You're all set. Okay.
Just double checking everything. Yeah, I'm good.
5 minutes in, and they've only just got set up.
Yeah. But then again, we had an issue with the camera, so that's not my fault.
True. Yeah. Blame it on the camera. Blame it on the
I'll
camera.
blame it on the camera this time.
Okay. Hello again. We're here again. The chaos. The chaos is back.
Again. I mean, we've already issued chaos before we even started the stream, so.
I mean, it wouldn't be us if it didn't. Come on.
Right, something always goes wrong. But
Jinx.
good news.
Good news.
Touchwood. I have another mug. I feel like it's Wally this week.
Why do I want that mug?
Isn't it so cute? I love it. It's like one of my favorite ones. It's just, I saw it and I had to buy it. I was like, that's it. Sold. Done. Take my money.
True Sagittarius. Okay.
Irresponsible with money. Absolutely. But I've decided that the mugs are going to be different on every week. So that's going to be the thing. It's like, ooh, what mug has she got today? So, because I have about 1,500. So.
Love it. Love it. Fair enough. New mug every day. Guess what that mug is? new segment.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. Guess that mug. Instead of like, who's that Pokemon? It's, what's the mug? And it's me. I'm the mug.
Oh, I love that.
Every week. Every week.
Every week.
I'm the mug.
Right.
Every situation, I'm the mug. Anyway.
Have you got the chat open?
I don't.
Oh.
I don't. Ah,
Lilith!
no. Unprepared as usual, right? Honestly, I haven't even got like
Oh.
the browser open. I haven't even got Twitch open.
Have you not?
I'm just on
Oh,
Discord. No, I'm
you've
just
missed
here
it.
on Discord.
You've missed it.
Shut
Right.
up. Shut up. Shut up, Lindsay.
Do you see
Shut up.
do you see the abuse I get? Do you see the abuse?
Right. I may show it on screen, but you off screen.
Savage. Right, what are we talking about today? Oh, back up.
I do believe that we are talking about what it is to be a witch this week.
Yes. Types of witches as well, did we say?
Yeah, we've got types, we've got what it means to be a witch, you know, we've got all the good stuff. All the good stuff.
100%.
So that will be fun.
Give me a minute to rub my eye.
No.
What do you mean no? How dare you?
No. How about no? Just...
My ears are off, I cannot hear you. Ha, la 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 la.
Chat is up, we're all ready to go.
There we go.
Oh, I am hard work. What can I say? Life is hard work. Life is hard work.
You make life more hard work. I'm joking.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Killstar needs to stop texting me because honestly, I get nothing but like, oh, 30% off this. Use this code to get 30% off. And I'm like,
It's because they know you too well.
I am broke.
It's because they know you too well. That's what it is.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yes, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I decided to change my tables this week.
I could see that. Have you put your altar on your table?
Yes, so my altar was originally on the windowsill.
Yes.
But it's now moved over there, closer to my bed.
Could you lazy? Or you just like it over there?
I quite like it over there because
It does look nice, to be
stay on
fair.
that table anyway.
Yeah.
I've lit all the candles up for like my deities as well as like aesthetical purposes. You know? Gotta have the aesthetics.
I only changed my altar to Samhain. When was it? Last week. Sunday.
I did mine the day after Samhain, so
I did mine a week after Samhain. But it's done. It's fine. It's fine.
I decided to. Well, obviously I still had like all like the Samhain decorations up.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what, we're gonna take them down and we'll move it over there. So
I was gonna
still
say
have a lot of my altar stuff over here.
I put more effort into my broom than I did my altar. It's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts. That's all that matters.
Sorry.
Yeah, I moved a lot of stuff. No, I feel like it looks a lot nicer. It looks a lot cleaner.
The ambiance is chef
ambiance.
kiss.
Thank you. So, as well as that, I do actually have my Grimoire.
Oh yes.
Which I did start my journey. Which I listed literally everything.
I was going to say I've still got that book that you lent me.
I know. I've still got all the ones you've lent me.
Good. I hope so.
No, I actually chucked them because I didn't really need them anymore.
Oh,
Sorry.
Lilith broke my heart.
What can I say?
I'm gonna cry. How dare you break a book? How dare you throw away a book?
I know. They're all on the windowsill, so Wheel of the Year. That's what also we were going to be talking about. So we're going to. So this time, we are going to be talking about the basics of being a witch.
Yeah, legit like basics, things that you should know from day one, basically. Especially what it means to be a witch. Yeah.
Like a definition of a witch, what it means to be a witch. When can one call themselves a witch? I guess.
Oh, we could also talk about the differences between witch, warlock, wizard.
You mean the made up names that were created for fantasy? Yeah.
Yeah, like that sort of thing.
So we can set that one down very quickly.
100%.
Warlock, witch, wizard, sorcerer, whatever you hear in like fantasy books with loads of magic, things like Sabrina or Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, very, very heavily
Fantasy based. That's sci-fi fantasy based.
Yeah, that sci-fi fact, they're made up for entertainment purposes. A witch is a universal term for somebody who practices the craft.
Yeah, whether male, female, non-binary, it's witch.
Doesn't matter who you are, what you do, witch is the universal term.
Yeah.
If you don't believe much, I mean, you can Google it, but...
I was going to say, yeah.
I'm here to watch us give you, dump information for you, so...
Here's a memory dump. But yeah, because coming from that, I don't know if did I tell you about my neighbour? So my neighbour is also a witch, solitary witch. Did I tell you about the time when he went to a new store that's opened up in Sheffield?
No.
So a new store's opened up near where I live, and lovely people run it, spiritualists, mediums, and he told them that he was, a witch and he was practicing. So then I went down to meet them after he'd gone, and he said, "Oh yeah, that wizard," and I was like, "No, that witch," and he goes, "But he's male." I was like, "Yes, still a witch." And just forget everything that you know about wizards, warlocks. It's witch. Universal term. Okay?
It is universal, no matter who you are, what you practice, what you don't practice.
As long as it's a craft, of course.
As long as it's part of the craft.
Yeah. Then
baneful, non-baneful, you know.
Mundane, whatever. Technical, advanced.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'm actually really glad, that I created this book, when I first started the journey, because honestly, it has really helped with a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
It's just grimoire of, you can't read it, but it's just grimoire of witchcraft.
I've still got my pictures of your grimoire, so.
We can always upload them to the Discord if we want to, because it is only the grimoire. It's not my Book of Shadows.
I was gonna say.
So it's not that personal, because there's nothing about me in there, okay, or what I'm practicing. So.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that if it's okay to pop it in. So I will do that.
We will be posting the photos in the Discord chat, which the link you'll find here anyway.
Yeah. If you type in !Discord, you get a link. Okay. And there's also links on the channel, main page channel. That is everywhere. It's everywhere.
And if you're watching on YouTube, when we upload this,
links in the description.
It will also be in the description. So I guess that concludes the outline of.
I thought you were going to say this concludes the stream.
That's it.
Yeah, that concludes the outline.
You're evil. We know we love you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. We love you, honestly.
I'll shred it. Yay! Thank you.
Feels like if we ever get big, we need to remember that this guy, this person, is the number one fan.
Yeah.
So if we ever reach 1 million, you need to remember I reached 1 million, but I'm not gonna celebrate the 1,000,000th subscriber. I'm gonna celebrate the first ever
very first one. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Be the OG, the top
the OG,
dog.
the original. Sorry, I am messaging. Someone's just messaging me. So I'm
get off your goddamn phone.
I'm listening. I'm still inputting. I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't know when to stop working.
Yeah, I know. It's workaholic.
Anyways, carry on. Right, so what should we start with?
I think we should start really with the difference of religion. I think if we're going to start with talking about the craft or anything, even being a witch, we need to define and separate spirituality to religion.
Good, yeah, good point.
It's something that a lot of people do get confused.
Yeah.
It's very blurred lines.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do have that as a page also in here. So I've got religion versus spirituality.
100%.
Which definitely helped me to differentiate whether my path was spiritual or religious. It has ended up being more spiritual, but I would still say I'm pagan because I follow some religious
religious pits, yeah.
But I wouldn't say I'm fully in them. It's okay, yes, I'm pagan, so it is religious for me.
Yeah.
But not quite as heavy as, I guess, Christians, if you will, when, if they go to church every week. It's not kind of that sense.
Yeah.
I'm a bit lazy. I'm a lazy pagan. Lazy as shit.
Yeah,
honestly.
me too. We are both lazy pagans.
We celebrate what we can when we can,
Yeah.
when we want to.
Basically, that's all we
We're
do.
alive of it, and that's all that matters, okay?
Yep.
So, the thing is, religion and spirituality mesh together quite nicely.
Yeah.
To which, again, like, blurred lines. People don't really know where the line stops and where it starts.
Yeah.
Like, the difference. So religion is an institutional system, whereas
So
spirituality
institutional
is a free path.
Yeah, institutional being like a set rules, practice, faith, that sort of thing. Like even Jedi, which is now recognised as a religion, has set rules, beliefs, institutions. Whereas
certain holidays and stuff as well.
Yep. Whereas paganism, pagans, or even the spiritual path, anything like that, it's still not recognised as a religion because there's so much diversity.
Well, paganism is actually recognised as a religion.
Not in the UK.
When I went, it is. I double checked it.
When was that added? Because I'm pretty sure in the census it was never. In the census it was never there.
I remember when I had to do jury duty, they were like, because obviously when you swear the oath, it's based on Christian. But obviously I'm not Christian, I'm pagan. So I was like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm Christian.
Yeah.
I'm not Christian, I'm pagan. And so I would have had to have changed it to one without any gods in it. It's just I swear to tell the truth and only the truth, etc., etc. So no mention of a god.
Sorry, I'm just
Is
looking.
it legal?
So it comes under
the
neo-pagan movement, which was recognised in 2011.
Yeah.
And it primarily represented by Wicca, witchcraft religions, Druidry, and heathenry.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 2011. Ah, did not know that. See, because a lot of people on like Facebook and stuff were saying, instead of putting down Druidism, Wicca, you need to put down pagan purely because it's still not recognised as a religion. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, according to this, it is. Is paganism legal in the UK? Are you being serious? Who the hell's Googled that?
Obviously, I mean, at one point it wasn't legal.
Well, yes, true.
However, we should get back on topic.
Yeah, sorry.
Because we're going off topic again.
We always do this whenever we talk. Oh.
All the time.
All the time.
So what I wrote down here, a religion is often based upon one's life lessons and teachings of a historical or a type of figure, typically a place of worship, such as, churches, temples, mosques, cathedrals, whereas spirituality is one's own path and freedom to move on that. Where there are no set rules. It's very fluid. It changes as you grow. There's the open, things to deities or religious figures, but spirituality as a whole is one's own path. So everybody's on their own spiritual path.
Sorry, I am watching this cats doing Tom's head in. Sorry, carry on.
Dear Lord.
Anyway, yeah, so it's not having that set rules, a set place of worship, a set place of... That's why everyone's belief system, especially in paganism and spirituality, is so diverse and different.
Spirituality equals multitude, unique paths, whereas religion is everybody's on the same path. So I'm going to go back to Christianity because I think it's the easiest one that we can relate it to.
Yeah, it's the most wide one, yeah, definitely.
Especially for the UK, it's the most conventional.
Yeah, Christianity, Muslim, they're sort of, yeah.
It is the most conventional, so it's like everyone who is Christian believes the same thing. They're on the same path, or like Buddhism, everybody's on that path to find nirvana.
Yeah.
Christians everyone's on the same path to make sure that they go to heaven when they die, or when Judgment Day comes, you know, that they're not sent to hell.
Mm.
Same rules, same standards, everything like that. One leader kind of thing. So I think that sets aside the pure basic of the difference between that. We need to now look at the difference between spirituality and the craft, I think.
Yeah, so you can be spiritual but not practice the craft. So whenever we talk about the craft, it is literally witchcraft. It is working with how I describe it. It's working with what's the energies around us of everything. Elements,
Yeah,
energies.
You're working with the universe.
Basically, that's it. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah.
Manifestation could be classed as witchcraft, but I would probably put it more in spirituality.
Yeah, I could say that manifestations are more under. Yeah.
Because anyone could do the craft, but craft is definitely something more specific, like when you do spells, or if you're wanting something done very specifically, you create self-love jars or spells, or
when you blow your candles out on your birthday and you make a wish.
Making wishes, yeah, absolutely. Sort of very. It's actually very mundane.
It is.
It's not really that exciting.
Yeah. Like, if you're expecting to do a spell every single day, that's not the reality of it. It can be putting intentions into your tea. It can be little lighting incense, lighting a candle, lighting this, lighting that, and connecting with it.
Spiritual is atheist. Yeah, so you can be atheist and spiritual.
Yes.
You find yourself reading mythology, history, geography, and astrology.
Oh, wait.
Wow, that is a lot. Oh, you're at York. Oh, you study history and archaeology. That's really cool. I wish I did something quite as cool as that.
I just realised my chat has stopped working. There we go. So, spiritual atheist, but I find myself reading mythology, history, geography, astrology. Some of my hobbies. Was at York College and studied history and archaeology. Oh, wow. You know what? I've always had a fascination with archaeology, just bones in general. I feel like that's the kind of person I'm going to be. I'm going to have bones on my altar. That's just what's going to happen.
Well, I mean, you do work with Anubis, so it's only inevitable.
I mean, yeah, that is true. I mean, this is made of bone. So this is byproduct of meat. So this is from an ox. So that no waste is made, and it's of Anubis. So quite thin.
He was quite happy with that, didn't you? You told me that he was quite happy when you got that.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing it like every single day now. Just 100%.
Right. So we've settled spirituality and religion and the craft, and separating spirituality and the craft. Mm-hmm. I think we've also done the definition of a witch. It's a universal term for both male, female, feminine, masculine energies.
Yeah.
Who work on the craft, who do the craft. It's a very simple concept.
Pretty much.
Anything you hear in fantasy books, whatever, is not real.
No.
Is made up for entertainment purposes. So we'll put that one aside. Now, I think we should talk about the types of witches, because there are so many.
There are so many. Like, even if you were to Google types of witches and you were to look on images, look on lists, they will all either say similar things or different things. Guaranteed they'll all say different things. There's
an endless, an infinite amount of witches, like kinds of witches, but types of witches, separately. So, a lot of people combine different things.
Yeah.
Like me, I combine several different things. Whereas some people just like to be one kind of witch, and therefore I swear there's about 80 different kinds.
Something like that.
60 to 80. It's a very large number.
Oh yeah. I mean,
that's just singular.
Most that you can find, it'll say a list of 20, or a list a list of 15. But honestly, they'll be so different from one another that you just start to realise that there's so many types that you can't even list in one webpage.
On this book, the majority of this is just types of witches.
Yeah.
I have about 30 pages.
Yeah.
This is just types of witches here. It's insane. I'll list a few out just to. So, we've got religious witches.
Yep.
I think that's a good place to start. So we've got Christians can be witches.
Yes, 100%. I have met some Christians who are witches. They practice the craft. You can even have...
To be fair, I'd like to just talk on Christian witches for a little bit.
If you want to.
Because there is so much conflict about it.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So many witches are like, no, you can't be a Christian and a witch. Your Bible literally says no witchcraft. But it's like, the Bible and Jesus is based off witchcraft. He walks on water. He turns blood into wine.
Someone made a point on, I believe it was Facebook, and they said that the whole story in the Bible about Jesus is astrology. Starts off with the birth in Pisces, goes round to Aquarius.
I was fucking born as a Pisces, Matt.
Of course, he's a Pisces.
That's all I'm gonna say on that.
But yeah, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my god. Is it?
I think it's a theory that I would definitely be interested in reading.
Oh yeah, definitely. Taking it literal.
About it,
Yeah.
So Christian witches, there is so much conflict. If you are Christian and you want to do witchcraft, you are more than welcome to. It's open. It's for anybody to do. You know.
Yeah.
Your religion doesn't stop you from doing everything and anything.
No. And
you can. This is your choice.
Yeah, and as well, when you do start practicing, you'll sort of see very similar things in the craft as if you're in a church. So burning incense, wafting it around, cleansing the area, bringing in the Holy Spirit, that sort of thing. You will see a lot of things link in.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
It is suggested that it was stolen from the original old paganism, but history never really documents it, does it?
Never.
No, never.
We've got Christian witch, we've got satanic witch.
Yes.
I don't know much about the satanic religion, so I'm not gonna...
100%. No, I only know a few things, so I know that satanic witches, or just Satanism in general, is definitely not about Satan. It is not about the devil, it's not about this, it's not about that. Just because the word's in there doesn't mean that they just worship the devil. That's not what it is.
The devil is a Christian concept.
Thank you. Actually, side note, bit of information, like, fact.
It's a Christian concept, therefore...
Lindsay fact. Satan...
Fact of the day.
Fact of the day. Satan originates from the word, Hebrew word, Satan, which means advisor. It's a Christian concept. It is a Christian concept. That's all I know about satanic witches, but yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Yorkshire Pure Evil, yes, with history has shown the most witches were in fact Christian, as, of course,
Yeah.
like, during the witch trials, they were all Christian, because that's what they followed. They would, you're right, with practicing, like, herbal medicine, that is part of the craft.
Yep.
The craft relies on science, as science kind of goes off the craft as well. There are some things that you just can't explain.
Yeah.
That spirituality and the craft can.
Yeah.
And there are some things that science can explain when the craft can't.
Yeah. The basic is always going to be
valid.
science. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. It's always going to be based on science. So if you go to someone and they might say, oh, you need to stop taking your meds, don't listen to them.
Take your meds. Remember, just because you're doing witchcraft and you call yourself a witch, right? Please take your meds.
100%. 100%. Like you said, there's some things that science can provide answers to, and there's questions and answers that spirituality and the universe can give answers to.
Listen to your doctors. They will
100%.
help you.
100%. Cannot stress enough. Listen to your doctor. 100%. Right.
Yeah. So we've got Christian Satanic, Levian Satanic. I don't know the difference between the two.
Levian. Don't they worship? Not worship. Well, I say worship. Is it Lucifer or is that Luciferic? Something. Anyways.
I don't actually know. I'm not So all I know is one section, or not even a section, but one part of the religious side of the satanic religion is that they themselves are a god, therefore, and they still have set rules like don't be a dick. Like that's it. Their religion is don't be a dick. Be nice to people. That's like. Nettletea's quite nice because
yeah, I was.
I've heard about nettlety. I've heard about it, but never tried it.
I have some nettles growing in my front garden. Would you like some nettle tea, Lilith?
Do you know what? I think I'd be something to try.
You've always wanted to try, have you?
Yeah, well, you can have like nettle soup and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I've never tried it, but always like had a curiosity about it. So it'd be interesting. But you know, I kind of don't want to. Can we make sure that we're doing it right? Because I don't want to drink it and be like, my mouth hurts.
Well, actually, in I think it was like, again, old religion, they used to say to eat nettles raw to get rid of hay fever.
No, well, I don't have hay fever, so I've never had to do that.
Oh, god damn. You're one of the lucky ones. But yeah,
no allergies,
nettle
no
tea.
hay fever.
Oh. Blessed with the good genes. Ooh, pine tea. Plethora of vitamin C more than orange. I've never actually tried pine tea.
No, but I'd be more inclined to be trying that one.
We'll have to see if we can get some, definitely.
Absolutely. We'll have to Google on that one.
100%.
We've also got Hellenic witch, which I know Hellenic, it tends to be Greek gods.
Ah.
That one's Greek. I do believe so, if my memory serves me correctly. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. I'll correct it later.
100%.
But that's what, if my memory serves me correct. Hellenic is Greek gods.
I think so. Because isn't there also Dianic? Is that Roman?
Oh, that could be. Yeah, because Diana is Roman.
Yeah.
Roman goddess.
Yeah.
Isn't she?
Yes.
She's not Greek.
No.
She's Roman.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Celtic. So we've got the Celts.
Yeah.
Pretty. Yeah.
Got Gaelic.
Yeah, we've got a multitude of religions that can also be
100%.
witches.
Yeah.
You know? Buddhist witch. Oh god, like a Jewish witch. If you whatever religion you've got, make sure we've got the correct priority. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you've got a good druids. Yes, druids.
Oh,
Lots of, like,
druids.
all of those.
Who can forget the druids? Who? Yeah.
You know, I remember like, someone slating the druids because they were like making a sacrifice. They said like, oh yeah, the druids in the field the other week, and they were like sacrificing a lamb, and I was there like, are you sure, hon?
Yeah, druids do tend to do a lot more blood work, just in their practices in general.
Like,
but sacrificing a lamb, probably not.
I was sat there and I was like, are you sure about that, babes? Like,
Yeah.
I know they do a lot of blood work, but I don't think they would go for a newborn lamb.
No, definitely not.
I mean,
That's
especially
not
if you've not even gone up to them. I feel like maybe they're a cult.
Yeah, that could be true. Yeah.
I mean, like, that's them. I didn't go into it. I was just sat there and I was like, right, okay. Moving on from the conversation. Like, let's not slam druids here, like, because they are some good people.
They are some good people.
It's their craft, it's their, their religion. Let
Very
them be.
knowledgeable as well.
Like, they really are.
Especially for the people that I have met, they are very knowledgeable on, is it the Fae? Yeah, the Fae.
Yeah.
Quite a few of them go into Fae. No.
I mean, especially if you're new, don't fuck with the Fae.
Yeah. Mushroom ring, don't go in it. Daisy ring, don't go in it. Don't go anywhere near it. Don't get rid of it. Just leave it. Just leave it.
Leave it.
Anything that might look like a doorway, don't go in.
Because at that point it becomes like you've taken their invitation. So we'll touch on the Fae on a different week.
Don't give them your name.
Never.
Never.
If you want to be fucked with, then yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If you want the chaos, then go for it. But the Fae is not like Tinkerbell. It's not like those.
It's not
We've got the
Tinkerbell.
nice mud fairy or like, I don't know what fairies they've got in that film. But it's not that.
It's not Tinkerbell.
that at all.
It's not
Moving on from Fae, because we can get to that.
Yeah, that's a
Another
whole
week.
completely different topic.
Thing.
Yorkshire Pure Evil
We
says
also
Wicker
have-
Man.
Yes, Wicker Man.
Wicker Man. Burning Wicker Man.
Honestly, like that one has always intrigued me, but never looked it up.
It was, I believe, it's actually due to a fertility festival. I think.
It's spring, isn't it?
Yes.
So spring is new life. It's the beginning of life. Therefore, would aid in fertility. So that would make sense.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, nearly everything's about fertility. Let's be real.
The amount of cards like in a tarot deck is like, oh, new life and fertility. And I was like, oh, I want to get pregnant. I was like, no one said you're getting pregnant.
I was going to say, fertility can mean a lot of things.
Not just pregnancy.
No.
Anyways. So, I mean, besides the religion, so any religion you are, you could also be a witch. We have non-religious witches. So, we've got the atheist witches, or we've got spiritual witches, or science witches. We've got lots of science witches. Or solitary,
Yeah.
or secular. I don't even. I can't English. Secular, which that's the one who do not work with deities or do not believe in working or like with deities or don't believe in deities at all.
Don't believe in a higher power. Mm.
Exactly, like we are it. That's it. Which I mean, if you believe that, then absolutely, like. There's nothing to say that you're right or wrong. There's nothing to say that I'm right or wrong with working with my deity. So you do you and I'll do me, and that's okay.
That's fine.
That's it. There's nothing more to it.
Exactly. Accept it.
But we have so many witches. So other types of witches. So we've set religion and non-religious witches. So types of witches in terms of groups. We've got solitary, eclectic, hereditary or blood witch.
Yeah, sometimes known as traditional witches.
There tends to be a lot of conflict. There tends to be a lot of conflict around hereditary because it's like, oh, I was born as a witch, like because I was born in a witch family. It's like it's not a pure blood situation like in Harry Potter. Like this isn't how it works.
No,
anyone could be a witch.
Yeah,
you can be a hereditary witch. You may be born into a family of witches, which is absolutely incredible. Keep that title, go off.
Yeah, I was gonna say my neighbour has come from a long line of witches, to the point where the firstborn is always born on the 6th of any month. They're always born on the 6th, no matter what. Whether their due date's the 11th, they will always be born on the 6th. It's mad. Don't know why. Just 6 is their thing. So during the Bronze Age, most people believed in the ancient. Ooh. Ah.
We would definitely be talking about Wheel of the Year, so we will be talking about summer, winter solstice.
Yeah.
In those things, just not this week, maybe next week. I think we are. If we run out of time, it'll be next week.
How long are we doing this for? Till 10?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
We should have enough time. We've got traditional witch, like you've just said. So solitary witch. So I'll go through definitions. So solitary witch is somebody that works purely on their own. They don't work with any other witches. They can talk about the craft of witches, whatever, but they work purely alone. Doesn't matter what they're doing in the craft. It is on their own. They won't be open to covens or any ritual like gatherings of like group rituals or anything like that. Purely alone. Eclectic is a practice of a little bit of everything. You take what resonates, you leave what doesn't, sort of thing.
A little bit of everything all the time.
Yeah. That song literally just
popped into your head.
Stays in my head. And I'm like, a little bit of everything.
All of the time.
All of the time.
All of the time. Apathy, the tragedy. Sorry, it's because I was listening to it just before the stream.
Hereditary, again, like we've said, it is like you're born into it. Family of witches. Traditional, one who practices by honouring the traditional ways of magic. However traditional your part of your magic is, go off. That's it. It's self-explanatory. It's really just self-explanatory, really. And we have a grey witch, which is neither light or dark magic, if you will.
Just both.
Sort of balance in between. Very grey. That's it. It's a blend of both. Moral compass is fairly even. You do what you do. That's it. It's like the way we just live life. It's everything's quite grey. A lot of these things, so like solitary or hereditary, they can be pushed together. So you can be a solitary, hereditary grey witch. And that's great. Like,
it's like barreling.
All the more for you. Like, you figured out your path, and that's wonderful. Some people just like to be one kind of witch, and that's also okay. Like a grey witch. Like, yeah, I'm just a grey witch. That's great. Yeah. That's wonderful. That's honestly really good for you. No digs. That's it. That's it.
No, so I mean, if you ever want to insult someone, just call them a white witch.
A white witch?
Lilith. What would you have said to me?
No, I was just about to say, like, why would that be an insult?
You insulted me. You called me a white witch. I was like, excuse me, how dare you?
Is it an insult?
No, it's not an insult, no.
I was going to say, like, how is it an insult? If you called me a white witch, I'd be a bit like, let me show you.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly an insult. It's more of, if they're not a white witch, they can take offence to it. That's what I was getting at.
Pure Evil, born on 6th. Of course, it's the 6th of March. Oh, you were the first born. I'm so sorry to hear about your mother and your father. I'm really sorry about that. Well, I'm so glad that you did find a family that loved you endlessly.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I'm glad that you were happy with that. Like, that's really, really nice to hear after like that news. Like after that,
God, yeah.
You must have... I mean, I have my issues with my family, but I love them dearly. So that's like.
Bless you.
So like you and all your siblings were adopted. That's all. Like, wait, are you? If you have any siblings? I'm going off the comment full of adopted children, so I'm assuming there's more than just one of you.
I would have said children, plural. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but
that's really nice.
Honestly, so nice. Like, even if you're adopted, you can still be hereditary or a blood witch because it's not a biological blood does not mean it's not family. You were adopted into that family. If they had practiced witchcraft, we'll just use you as a standard. I'm sorry, but we're using you as the example now. If you were adopted into your family, as you were, and they brought you up with witchcraft, you can still be classed as hereditary.
Yeah.
Because you are their child, and that's it. For anyone that eventually would end up watching this, Yeah, so many things that can be pushed into witchcraft.
Oh, gotcha.
And then we move on to the types of witchcraft, which is about 30 pages long. So I'm not going to go through all of them.
Let's just mention
the basic.
Mention them.
We'll mention all of them. No. So what kind of witch did you say you were again, Lindsay?
So I am. I can never pronounce it.
Eclectic.
Eclectic. There you go. Eclectic, solitary, eclectic, green witch. Possibly now going into Death Witch as well. I'm not sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You remember me talking to you about leaving flowers at like other people's graves and things like that?
Oh, yeah.
It's part of the Death Witch.
Do you know what? I appreciate Death Witches so much because they put themselves through so much, and it's like, wow. Yeah.
Need to do more research, see if it's the right one, but maybe. Definitely green.
Do you want to define green, or do you want me to do that one?
I can go into green if you want.
Go. Explain away. So what is a green witch?
So, green witch, it's not what you think it is. It's not all about the earth, okay? It's not 100%.
A weed.
It's a weed. I got fucking weed. It's not 100% about that. It's not about the whole wreath either. So green witches, we feel energy of the earth. We feel energy of herbs, energy of crystals. So like how this is going to be so like how I can very easily feel energies of certain crystals and work with that energy very easily, whereas other people may not. But that is because I can tap into that energy. And it's the magic of healing. It's all about herbs, flowers, essential oils, making bath bombs. Well, I like to make bath bombs. But yeah, it's not 100% about just the earth, just about green things. Yeah, it's exploiting that natural power that comes from living things, everything living. So that can be animals or crystals, anything like that. Is there anything to add to that in the definition?
No, I've just got green witch as someone who uses natural magic, you know, creating blends of different plants or herbs, primarily herbs.
Yes.
But again, can branch out in spellwork. So I've got a list of tools. It's herbs, crystals, stones, flowers, other greenery, soil, anything.
Oh yeah,
that
soil.
the earth can provide.
Soil's a good one.
Is a great witch.
Yeah, like I use sand.
And water.
And water, yeah. Like I use sand, so when we went to Whitby.
Yeah.
I've still got sand, and I used that sand in the spell that I did for you.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I've still got my sand, and I've still got the seawater.
Yay! I've still got mine, although my cats did knock it over. Yes.
Hello, we have a new viewer. Woo!
Hello there. Hi.
You?
So it was. Yeah. Go on then.
That's green witch.
That's a green witch.
Green witch.
Do you want to?
Head witch.
Oh, hedge witch.
Do I want to what? Come on, like.
Oh.
Spit it out.
Hedge witch. Head witches. It's not all about the green hedge that's in your garden.
And they tend to be more astral witches.
Yes, more astral projecting can
it's
bounce between realms, so to speak.
I tend to think. Well, the definition I put down again, like we'll put these photos in the Discord, but they tend to be more spiritual work, like out of body work, like astral realms. It's just anything anything in a different realm or out of body, spiritual tends to be a hedge witch. Imagine it like as one person looking over a hedge, is like they're in that other place. That's what I imagine.
Yeah.
Like they are over the hedge.
They're looking into your neighbour's garden going, what you got going on?
It's like they're working on that other side.
Yeah.
Rather than where they are, they're working on the other side of that. Yeah. That's how I tend to remember it, at least. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they tend to like working with like runes or tarot, pendulums. Pendulums are a good one. Lots of meditation as well. And mirrors, scrying, lots of,
Yeah.
Lots of divination work, really, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
We've got so many things. Dream Witch is very self-expression. They work with a lot of dreams. They can sort of give. We're good. I'm good. How are you? But a Dream Witch, yeah, that one's pretty self-explanatory, really. Like dream journals, dream diaries, dream meanings.
Yeah, a lot of dreams.
Sea or an ocean witch, again, pretty self-explanatory. Works with the ocean, feels best with the ocean, collects things like seashells, sand, the ocean's water.
Yeah, shells. Seaweed.
At the beach, seaweed, anything. Anything. Maybe even if you find like dead fish on the beach, or like
even fish bones,
shells,
things like that.
Anything from the ocean or the water, like water beings. That's it. We've also got storm or weather witch. So this one again, a lot of these are really self-explanatory.
Yeah.
They work with the weather.
Yeah. They work with the storm, with water and that sort of thing. I think we all appreciate a really nice thunderstorm.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
I love collecting rain, storm rainwater.
Yeah, 100%.
Or like charging that water as well in the storm. It's great. It's amazing, honestly.
It is so nice.
I'm not originally from Yorkshire either, so that makes two of us.
I am, don't worry, I am, but it's for everyone, even though it says Witches of Yorkshire, it's just because we're currently in Yorkshire.
In Yorkshire.
Yeah, it is for everyone.
Excellent.
Whether you're in the UK or across the pond in every single direction, come and join us, 100%.
Yeah, so Storm and Weather Witch is so self-explanatory.
Yep.
Cottage or Hearth Witch.
Oh.
So Cottage Witch is magic that is weaved, worked, or embedded into mundane tasks around the house. Or for loved ones, cottage magic is usually worked with cleaning, hobbies, or cooking.
Oh yeah, 100% mundane tasks. You're cleaning your altar, you're cleaning your bedroom, you are cleansing.
When you're sweeping away the bad energy.
Yep.
When you're cooking, you're filling the house with nice scent. So you can even put like sigils. So use like when you're baking something, you know, you've got like an egg wash or something.
Yep.
Quick pentagram or a quick like little sigil. Bam.
Thanks
done.
for the follow.
Thank you.
Oh, originally from Naples,
spices.
Italy. Lovely.
Ooh, I've always wanted to.
Yeah, 100%.
Unfortunately, I've never actually had the chance to go.
No, it's definitely on my wish list though. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Anyways.
Moving on, we've got Tea Witch.
Oh,
Tea Witch.
Tea divination.
Herbal blends, tea divination, reading tea leaves, Tea Witch. That's it. A Tech Witch, however. Again, so simple. They just work on a computer. They do a lot of their craft on the computer, or like loads of tech work.
I love
on
that.
A computer, a laptop, gaming.
Oh, love that.
Tech. So actually, a lot of witches now are tech witches without realizing they're tech witches, because a lot of people write their Book of Shadows or Grimoire on the computer and they print it out, and then you can just chop and change it whenever you want to. Tech.
There you go.
You just incorporate technology into your craft.
There you go.
I keep a lot of my spells written on the notes on my phone.
I do a lot, yeah. I often do all the time. Because not every book's gonna have, or you just simply don't have time to write it down.
Quick, Google it, copy paste it onto the notes, and I'll just chop and change it later.
Screenshot done.
Exactly. So it's really, really simple with that one. Garden Witch, yeah, pretty.
Yeah.
Again, that's herbal and botanical. Simple as.
Yeah.
We're making these sound like really boring, but actually it's like, no, they're just very self-explanatory, and there's no real need to go into detail about it.
No, that's why a lot of people will just either just not use it, or they'll just stick to one main one.
Yeah, like they'll have like, oh, I'm eclectic witch, so they'll take a bit of everything, or they'll go, no, do you know what, I tend to work with kitchen work, so it's like, oh, I'm a kitchen witch. Okay, so you do a lot of baking and stuff, whereas a lot of people say like that.
Someone's put, you're not impressed using herbs.
I love those. I don't know what you mean. I have loads, honestly. Loads.
I was going to say.
We don't talk about herbs. I use them a little too often for my own good. Both in cooking, unintentional cooking, like spells. But I remember one money spell, I did nothing but, like, I anoint my candles. Like, there is no tomorrow with herbs, spices. Herbs are very useful. So useful.
Very useful.
And they're so cheap. They're so... Just go to Tesco's.
Yep.
Go to Asda.
100%.
You've got a whole section full of them.
100%. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, you can even go, be extra and grow your own. Save that $1,
Be extra like me.
Extra like... Yeah, you're growing lavender though, aren't you?
I have loads of lavender. Absolutely loads. But I love lavender.
I love lavender. Actually, I was burning a lavender incense, and it's all gone out now.
Oh dear, right. Oh, my mint is actually taken off really well. I was not expecting that.
Really?
Yeah, mint, my sage is doing really well. My rosemary died.
But rosemary's like the all-rounder. We need to keep
I know. I think it died trying to protect me from what I don't know, but it's fine.
Oh, did we get an evil...
I don't know. It just died. I don't think it rooted properly.
Just died.
But yeah, it sacrificed itself for the greater good.
For the greater good.
I'm going to grow some more, so don't worry. So if you wanted a rosemary, Lilith, just let me know.
I will do. I use rosemary in almost like everything.
Oh, you got it.
It's like, for me, rosemary and cinnamon are my go-to. Literally, cinnamon I can use for anything and everything.
Oh yeah, 100%.
F for the rosemary.
F for the rosemary. F in chat for the rosemary.
If I took a hat off, I'd be like, elemental witches, so they just use the elements.
Yeah.
But a lot of witches do. So there's not a lot of witches that tend to just be elemental witches, which is fine. Cause same. You know, I mean, all the elements. You know, you've got the 4 elements: water, fire, air, and earth, and you've got your spirit as well. So
yeah,
I tend to work with a lot of fire more than I do any other. Mine tends to be air and fire that I work with the most. Fire because it helps because I have Loki as a deity and I am also a fire sign.
Yeah.
I'm just also very drawn to fire.
Yes.
I just moved. It's a fiance.
Yes, do not
In the
worry.
background.
It is just a mysterious man in the corner. Just
It's a ghost.
It's a ghosty. It's a ghosty.
So it's actually just a ghost.
It's just a ghost.
He doesn't really exist.
Yeah. It's just I love this. I was gonna say I just saw it turn behind me. I was like, oh no. Yeah, it's fine. There is actually a human person in there. Do not worry.
I mean, I beg to differ. Are they really human?
Are they really human? No.
Didn't think so. Flora witches use a lot of flowers. You know, that makes sense with being flora. Urban or city witches. So a lot of city witches tend to be quite limited in what they can do. So they make use of that. So, you know, herbs, flowers, spices that you can pick up on the street, going to shops and buying them. So
yeah, you make it work.
It's pretty, you know, if you make it work. It's like if you can't go into a forest because you live in the middle of a city, like it's a bit different.
Yeah.
It's just city witches tend to do a lot of things without doing the traditional things because, you know, when you're in a built-up area, you can't.
Nah, yeah, there is a
You
lot.
can't just go, do you want to go for a stroll in a forest when, you know, the nearest one's like 2 hours out that way, like it's the west.
You just described
Yeah.
Sheffield Twitty.
Well, at least with me, I'm obviously quite out the way, so I'm alright. But that doesn't mean I'm looking.
I was gonna say I'm not directly in the centre. If I walk
Yeah.
if I walk for 5 minutes, there's a forest down there, so it's not too bad.
We have fae or fairy witches who
Yeah.
work with the fae.
Yeah. Who's done a
But
lot of
not
research
to-
beforehand.
Unless you do your research. as
100%.
Lindsay has just said. Don't do that unless you've done your research. You know exactly what you're getting into. Spirit work, spirit witch, works with a lot of spirits. Witches that works with dragons, or seasonal witches that only tend to do witchcraft around Christmas, or in autumn, or spring, or summer.
That's what
Seasonal.
that's called. I thought it was just laziness.
I mean, with us it is just like...
Do we ever do things around the seasons?
Live on the edge of Dales, going into it, just yeah. City it's fun, but it's very I don't know. I really enjoy the countrysides. So
Oh yeah. I mean, we went through the Dales when we went to Whitby, so that was lovely.
we did, yeah. That was really nice.
It was beautiful.
Sewing witches, again, like literally anything you can do, you can make it into magic. Sewing, paper, it's just based on paper through burning it, like writing sigils, charms, or even creating offerings from paper. That's it.
Yeah. 100%.
Music witch, chaos witch. So chaos actually I would like to dive into because that's something a lot of people do get.
I feel like eventually you are going to be a chaos witch.
I am a chaos witch.
You are.
A type of magic, so chaos or chaotic witches.
Yeah.
Do you in the So chaos witch, a type of magic utilizing new, non-traditional, and unorthodox methods. It is a new and highly individualistic practice, while still drawing from common forms of magic. Now, I'm not going to go into Minecraft a little bit because I'm not quite ready to do that. No, Minecraft, not Minecraft.
Sorry.
I mean, that is a craft, Minecraft. I mean, if you want to read minds, practice that, you know.
Oh my god, yeah, creating potions in Minecraft. Could you imagine?
Imagine. Yeah, we've got animal witches, art witches, so a lot of magic doing art, sigil witches, bone witches, lunar witches, astronomy or space witches, energy witches, literary witches, crystal witches. List is endless. I'm not going to go through all of them, but like
100%.
the list is endless. Yeah. Whatever kind of witch you want to be, you go off and you do that, hon.
100%.
So, now that we've touched on the types of witches, and types of crafts, everything, I think we should dive into altars.
Yeah, if
you're going to practice witchcraft, and you want to set up a space to do it, you can set up an altar.
Should we go through the four elements plus spirit first?
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Yeah. So obviously we have fire, air, earth, water. They can be represented by different colours, but you can have physical things. So incense for fire. Incense for air. A candle for fire. Bit of soil for earth. But they are also said to be in different places. So north is for the earth, east is for air, south is for fire, and west is for water. And then you have the fifth, spirit or divine.
To be fair, that kind of represents you, because if it's your craft, it's your spirit. Therefore, you can choose anything to represent that.
Yeah, so it can be ancestors, yourself, crystal.
Yeah. You could choose a sigil to represent yourself.
You can't. You can't both fit in there. Back up.
Hey, if they fit, they sit.
No.
So they'll do it.
No, they're too big. They can't do it. Anyways, carry on.
So they're the elements. The elements.
They are the elements.
Which element do you prefer to work with, Lindsay?
Earth. Earth and water.
Yeah, of course you are. Yeah, because you are a earth sign. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep, earth and water for me.
I am air and fire, because again that goes hand in hand. I don't think Animal Crossing. I love Animal Crossing. I'm obsessed with it too.
I need to get back on.
Never eat shredded. Oh my god, yes! Never eat shredded wheat.
Yeah. I always remember where water is, because W West water. Then I go But yeah. And then when you're setting up your altar, whatever things are going to be represented, so they can be different colours or different physical things. It's always good to make sure that they are positioned north, east, south, west.
Now, I just want to throw in a reminder that your altar is your own. You do not need to follow it at all.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't. I literally shove anything that I like on my altar. It's my altar, it's my craft, I will do what I want with it. It's my space, you know? All I've got on my altar is, I've got my cauldron, I've got my candles for my deities and my spirit guides. I have my incense, just because I like it on there. I do tend to move it on and off. I keep my tarot decks on there, and a couple of runes, and buy Loki's candle. But honestly, I had literally everything on it, you know? I had, like, my spell jars on here, I have other candles, I had books on there, I had, you know, oh god, hello. Let's not do that. Clicking buttons already. You know, I had my grimoire on there, I had my sigil book, so I actually have a book specifically for sigils. Very tiny.
You know what? Yeah, my other neighbour does that. Keeps books.
I make sigils in here, and then I tend to rip them out the page. and I do what I need to.
Yeah.
I actually have a sigil in this jar. I do actually have a sigil I made in this one. This was the first like actual like water-based, if you will, jar that I've done. So, and it's worked really well when I first did it. But I haven't done it for a while, so it looks a bit shit because it's brown, but it's just because of the colours all meshed together.
I was going to say, wasn't that from the cinnamon, did we say?
That was the cinnamon, yeah. Look, there's the sigil right there. So it's stuck
Oh, it's
up.
stuck up. Oh, I love that.
I'm surprised that it's still there, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
I really like this sigil, actually. Mix it around so it's off there. There we go.
So do you keep like a record of all the sigils that you've had, or do you just make them for a specific purpose?
Make them for a specific purpose. So I don't actually use the same sigil twice.
Like it? Okay.
Simply because I feel like once that sigil has been done and it's used for the spell, that's its purpose done. So I don't like to reuse sigils, but that's my take. I know a lot of people like to reuse sigils.
Yes.
So whether it be protection, self-love, I personally like to do it different every time.
Yes.
To suit my needs.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. Because if you're doing, unless you're doing the same thing again and again, it's not going to be the same. Yeah.
Yeah. I had everything. Candles. This year on my altar, like I have so much. I had offering jars on there. I had, I had glasses, like drinking glasses, like a wine glass for Lilith when I give her offerings. Literally anything you want to put on your altar, you go for it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I was referring to how I do it. So,
I don't have anything. I've been looking for one for the longest time though.
No, I don't either. But
Really?
my neighbour's been showing off his to me. He's got I think it's called a fire athame, where it's like it goes like that, and it's double edged.
I really want one of those ones. Yeah.
Oh yeah, very like heavy, and he was showing it to me, and I was like, damn, that's nice.
On TikTok, I came across someone on my For You page that made athames, and I was like, oh, they're gorgeous. They're selling them on Etsy, and they're like $200. I was like, oh, they're so expensive, but you know what? They're so pretty and they're gorgeous. And I was like, I just need to save up for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's one of them one-time purchases where you're gonna have it forever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Honestly, they're gorgeous. Honestly, I'll probably link it in the Discord if I find the link again.
Yeah.
Because I think I've saved it on my Etsy shop list.
Ah. By the way, you need to put your Etsy on the shop list. Look at that, I think.
I do. I mean, at the minute, my thing is probably just a pair of scissors.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm pretty sure mine's like a butter knife. Like, there you go.
Just
anything works. If it's sharp, it does it. Budget witch tips: use a pair of scissors or a butter knife. There you go.
I mean, if you're really struggling, you can use just a pen. You know, it's got a point on it.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep, 100%.
You
Wand
don't need to be expensive.
For a wand, you can get a fucking twig outside, like if you wanted to.
I have 2 wands.
I have one that I inherited from my father. Ooh, that's cool. I like that.
I'm very jealous, but also I'm not, because I like to choose mine because I'm really picky. I was like, I feel like if someone handed me that, I'd be grateful for it, but it would be sentimental reasons rather than useful. I couldn't get rid of it, but I don't want to use it because it's not.
I'm so scared to bring it to the UK. Yeah, it probably will get stopped, I'm not going to lie. So you'll have to have a lot of paperwork for it. Definitely.
Definitely look up on how to get that through customs.
Oh, hell yeah. There's going to be a lot of inquiries, not going to lie.
Like, what's it for? What's the use? What's this? What's that? You'll literally be like questions like this everywhere. So I would have everything ready for it.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's altars. Altars are a representation of you and your craft.
Yeah.
They can be as big as you want it. They can be as little as you. Some people actually put them in matchboxes.
Yeah, it's like little carrier altars, don't they?
Yeah. Well, some people, if you're living in a family where they don't accept it, or very heavy. Because I know a lot of people in America. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really quite handy, actually.
We call it being a closet witch when no one knows yet.
In the broom closet.
In the broom closet, that's it, yeah.
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 Mine actually spread over like 4 different like shelves.
Yeah.
Because it's like I wanted all these things on display, but I didn't want to make it look too obvious.
Yeah.
And just make it look like, oh, these are the things I like. And at one point, I just sort of gave up and then put it on my windowsill, and everyone saw it, and they don't question it. They just see it, and they're like,
yeah, I've noticed that. Like, I have my altar on basically what is a bookshelf. So this massive bookshelf. You've seen it, haven't you? So it's a massive like bookshelf, and on the very bottom there is my altar. So I've got the representation of the 4 plus spirit, and I put crystals on there, and I put, you know, like for instance, it has pumpkins on it right now, plastic pumpkins, because I like to reuse them, different coloured candles, that sort of thing. But then my altar for Anubis is actually in sort of like a display case, because I couldn't fit it all into one. And B, I felt like he wanted to be on display for everyone to see. And everyone to question why the hell I have 80% bitter chocolate in a display case.
literally me with this. I've got 85% bitter chocolate.
They love that dark chocolate, honestly.
I mean, I've got a couple of things. Do you know what? I'm going to show you Loki's one, because honestly, I thought it was absolutely cracking, because he really likes toys.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't set it up, but I don't actually know where the other one's gone. I did have another one, but it's just seemed to have disappeared. But honestly, it's just from a Kinder Egg. And I just put it on his altar. He was like, thank you very much. I like this. I like it a lot. And I was like, you're very welcome. The other one was just like a firefly. And I was like, you can have a firefly. And he was like, I like the firefly. And now it's gone missing. It was on the altar. It was in the cauldron. And now it's just poofed gone. And I'm like,
he's taken it with him.
I think, yeah, he's obviously, because I know I haven't chucked it. I haven't touched it for months.
Wow.
But it was just an offering as simple, for Loki as well, it's just as simple as a Kinder Egg toy.
That's mad. Oh, I have a collection of swords. This is Yorkshire Beautiful. I have a collection of swords, but they don't count in this situation. Some are real or based on history and movies. Well, to be fair, swords, as well as athames, can be used in the craft. They're both used. So, there you go.
Alright, altars. What move on from altars? I mean, anything you wanted to.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, I've got... Oh, in fact, I've technically got 3, because I've got one for my ancestors and my spirit guides.
Oh, for your altars?
Yeah, technically. So, yeah, you have that main one. Then I've got Anubis's. Then I've got one for my ancestors. Which I still cannot find my grandma's bloody ring. I don't know where it's gone.
Joe, I've actually written down here about 8 things. As well as that, with your altar, you don't need to put a cloth down. You don't.
No.
I use it mostly for protection of the surface I'm on.
Yeah, I never actually had an altar cloth at all until I bought some from the range. And they were like dinner plate settings.
Yeah.
So the only reason why I have one right now is because it looked nice, so I put it on.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've even got a list of things for when we were talking about the elements, for North, so for Earth, you can use crystals, a bowl of salt.
Oh, yeah.
A plant, just some soil or dirt, some gravel if you wanted it.
Yeah. A stone, an apple,
a stone,
a piece of fruit,
literally anything that the Earth can provide.
Yep.
That's Earth, like that. You can use that.
Yep.
Incense and burner, south fire, which is candle, and west is water. So you can literally just put a bowl of water or a cup.
Yep. As well as that, for fire, you can also use a fucking hell, I was gonna call it a colander. What the bloody cauldron?
Yep. Colander works. Colander, I love that. Fucking colander. Let me just Yep. We'll just put the pasta out.
Shut up.
Oh my god. A lot of people put crystals on their altars as well.
Yeah, I've got crystals on mine.
I did, but I've actually taken all of mine off. I actually have my runes on there now. I've got my tarot cards and my runes, so I tend to switch my altar up quite often.
Mm.
Crystals, yeah. Anything you want on the altar is yours.
Yeah.
Right, so moving on from altars, because I feel like we've talked about that enough. It's very self-explanatory now. Just to clarify, an athame is like a sharp object, traditionally a knife, of which you can tear a seam into another realm, if you will. I don't know if that's the correct word.
Yeah, that's technically, it did like piercing the veil or something, aren't they? Yeah.
Pierce it, you know.
You're welcome.
I was going to sing a song, but I was like, no, I'm not going to have myself as an emo here. I'm a senior emo.
Like you haven't outed yourself already.
How did to cut doorways in the circle. There we go. So if you cast a circle, you can cut a doorway.
There you go.
Alright, so there's that. Now, so we've talked about altars, we've talked about witches, we've talked about types of witches. Crap. What else can we touch on? What do you guys want to know?
Yeah.
If there is anything.
People in the chat, is there anything you want us to discuss?
We have like 40 minutes left, so.
Yeah. Quick maths.
Feel free. Quick maths.
Quick maths.
That sounds scared. Anyone?
I may have a technical question. Okay, go for it.
Go on.
Probably might not know about it. Well, let's see.
Oh, stupid technology. I'm shit at technology, honestly. Like, that's pretty.
You're not that bad.
Tragic.
You're not that bad. You, if you can use a Word document, you're fine. Honestly, 100%.
I can work a computer.
Well, you're fine then.
That's about as far as it goes.
So we're going to talk about the Wheel of the Year, aren't we, as well?
Yeah, we can definitely talk about that one.
Just waiting for this to come through. Wheel of the Year.
To be fair, Wheel of the Year, it differs for everybody. Some people like to celebrate certain things.
You've talked about ethereal witches, but what's the difference with shamans?
Good question.
So
I don't know enough about that one.
I don't know enough, but I do know someone. So this is, I can't remember her name. I met her in the Purple Shop in Buxton. Honestly, wonderful lady. And she is a shaman. But shamans, I believe she said that they're different in the way of what they believe in, I want to say. Like, it's a particular path that they do. I'm trying to think. Are you trying to get it up?
Yeah. Just hear me typing away.
Yeah, I just did. Yes, so it does also depends on the shaman tradition, of course, because there's many different shamans. Because, I mean, shamans technically originate from... Well, they don't really originate, it's... I'm trying to think of it now. I'm trying to think of this from my brain. I believe it's Siberia, isn't it? I want to say Siberia. Yeah, I want to say Siberia.
I can't actually find anything, like, straight up from Google. It's mostly essays.
Yeah, you probably will be.
Like, even if you type in a definition for each one, they just don't come up.
Yeah. I'll have to ask her more about it next time I see her. 'Cause she is a wonderful woman.
We can definitely put it in the Discord. If you follow the Discord,
yeah.
we can absolutely put it in there.
Yeah, we can definitely put some stuff in there. People engage in some type of shamanistic practice which has been revered, celebrated, feared, condemned in many societies. Yeah, it's literally just essays, isn't it? But I know that she does a lot more of, she calls it energy healing, which is very similar to Reiki? Oh, but I was talking about the practical aspects of the craft. I mean, if you think about it, both astral witches and shamans do most of the same things. I mean, technically, yeah. They do. But I think...
Would you just not have, like, different intentions? Or...
I believe it'll be different intentions and using different methods. I believe. So shaman will focus more on the spirit way. So using the spirits and that sort of thing. But I know that the woman that I'm thinking about, definitely learnt about it. She was guided through it. So instead of going on your own path, she was definitely learnt to do or be a shaman.
I was going to say, like, I don't know enough to want to say anything because I actually know nothing.
I was going to say this is like...
This
was a good hour conversation that I had with her. It was very interesting. And also...
It'll be something I would like to look up on.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I feel like this is now a new thing that we need to research on. It's something I don't know.
I mean, we're not experts, and I will say that from the very start. We are not experts. We are just two witches from Yorkshire sharing our current knowledge.
And hoping that more advanced practitioners will join us.
We can definitely, like, discuss with them as well. And, like, education is always key. Like, we love that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So...
I mean, honestly, 100%. Love having these conversations. Love knowing what other people know already. That sort of thing. And expanding our knowledge. That's yeah, love it. 100%. So we like it. Keep bringing it in. Keep bringing it.
We like to be educated. We like educating and being educated.
First we hydrate, then we educate.
I like that. Who'd you steal that off?
It was someone from TikTok. Hang on.
Knew it.
Why, have you seen it before?
Is it that guy who has, like, really random facts, but he's like, he knows pretty much, like, everything there is to know?
Oh my god, yeah. He's amazing. 100%. I love it.
Although, I do remember when he was talking about, like, paganism at one point, I was like, oh, that's wrong. But I didn't say anything.
Yeah. And then I looked in the comments and people had already said it anyways, so...
Yeah, so I was like, I'm just gonna leave it. Correction made. No one, honestly, is like, as long as you, I feel like even if you make a mistake or you say something that's wrong, you go, well, look, I now know I was wrong. I'm going to correct myself. I'm going to apologise for the mistake I made, and we can move on from that. Like, if they accept the apology and go on.
I mean...
I'm not going to mention it again.
Legit, every single day of being a teacher is that. 100%.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, that's going in more into social justice side, so we're not talking about social justice. But also, that is very key. Like, please, if you get something wrong, please apologise. It's not a big deal.
Yep.
That's it.
I'm trying not to swear. I'm sorry.
Bitch, we're on a stream for adults. You think we're not gonna swear?
You know what? I'm literally just gonna reply. I'm legit just gonna reply to this person saying Google it.
Go for it.
Carry on. What were we on about?
I mean, we were on about Wheel of the Year. Like, I mean,
Oh,
we had
yes.
that question, a technical term, but
Yes.
like we can, because I'm sorry we can't answer your question properly.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
We're not educated enough.
Okay, so
But
just for
wheel of
everyone,
the year.
just for everyone on the stream, I'm just gonna pop this up. There you go.
What are you popping up?
Wheel of the year.
Oh, okay, that works.
Okay, so this is what
This is a
we
good book.
formerly know as the Wheel of the Year. Oh yes, hold that up again.
This is a really good book. I know it's backwards, but it literally. So the title is just A Year of Ritual. It is by Sandra Keynes.
Yep, we'll definitely put that in the hashtag read list.
Absolutely, it's very thin, but like a smaller book. But honestly, it goes through each one. So the first one is it talks about is Ostara, like where it like comes from, and different rituals to do for it. It honestly it's solo rituals, group rituals. It's really good.
100%. So this is the Wheel of the Year. So we've currently just come past Samhain. We're still in the Scorpio season. Next is Sagittarius. Okay.
I love me that.
Yep.
Well, that's just astrology.
I mean, yeah, true, very true. So yeah,
I
Samhain.
think we should
Sam.
start off. Samhain is the most for most witches that follow the Wheel of the Year. Samhain is the beginning of a year, of a new year.
I was going to say that. Yes. So for a lot of people, again, it's your own path, it's your own practice. But for a lot of witches and for a lot of like spirituality, if you do follow the Wheel of the Year, the wheel resets at Samhain. That is your new year. I found out something called the Lunar New Year.
Yes.
So, which was basically the 4th of November this year. And it's the first new moon after Samhain. That is the new lunar year for us. Also, if you don't celebrate the new year at Samhain, a lot of people celebrate the new year at Yule or Christmas.
I tend to celebrate New Year at Yule. Because for me, Yuletide or winter solstice. It does, isn't it? The swearing just comes out, like
100%.
you can't stop it. But so for New Year, my New Year in particular, I do it at Yule or winter solstice, because winter solstice. I'm just gonna call it Yule. Lindsay, your camera has gone off.
I've just kicked it. I know. I'm going.
Damn it! One thing. So Yule is celebrated because it's the shortest day of the year. So that tends to be about 25th of December. 25th. Oh my god. 21st of December. 21st to the 23rd of December tends to be winter solstice.
Yeah.
That does mark the shortest time of the year, and that means that the days will only get longer. Yeah, Lindsay, you silly sod. What have you done now?
Did someone just call me a silly sod? How dare you?
But yeah, so that's what winter solstice is celebrating. It's the start of the days now getting longer.
Shorter.
Because we've hit the shortest day. No, celebrating the shortest day, and now the days are getting longer.
Checking your knowledge.
Correct me. Oh my, most like.
I'm not correcting you. I'm testing your knowledge.
Test me what you fucking want, bitch. Test me, bitch.
Yes, the day is getting longer. Did you know that we gain 3 minutes of sunlight every single day after winter solstice?
So the 21st of December.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's 21st December this year. Yeah.
It tends to be 21st every year.
Yeah. Roughly.
So when we celebrate summer solstice, is it summer solstice that the days are getting shorter because we've now hit the longest day of the year?
Yep. Is it
Winter
Lintha?
solstice is
Lintha.
what? Lintha, yeah.
Lintha.
Lintha or Litha?
Litha. Lith.
I say Lintha. I was like, where's the N coming from, Lindsay? was
My
like, "That's Christmas,
my lisp has now come.
but Yuletide, think Christmas, but is Yuletide.
Yes.
So things like your logs, when you pick a log, make a wish, you put it on the fire, it's there to protect your home. The fire is in the fireplace, you put it up on Christmas to celebrate, like to protect your home.
Yeah.
From spirits that can come down the chimney, if you will.
Yeah.
Protect yourself from Santa Claus.
Yeah, it used to be so in villages they used to have a massive bonfire. Which the whole village would celebrate, dance around it, bless it, that sort of thing, and then they'd take a piece of the fire into their hearth, and that was to protect them from illness, to protect them from death, protect them from evil, what they would class as evil spirit or negative spirit. Our ancestors would have called it the birth of the new sun regarding the seasons and how they form the land. Yule, according to Wicca, coming from that, so in Wicca, Yule time is when the goddess gives birth to the sun.
Yes, I've heard about that one.
Yeah. So originally I was following the Wicca path, and then I realised that I don't quite follow it wholly 100%, so I went to paganism. But because of that...
You met me.
That's because I met you. But yeah, because of that, I now know stories all around the Wheel of the Year.
I did find it really interesting though, because I was like, oh, actually, that's a very nice, like, I don't want to say story because it's not necessarily a story if that's what they believe in.
Technically, it's a story. It's a story of the goddess.
It's a story.
Yeah.
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 As well as that, it's like trees. They used to bring trees in from the forest.
Yes.
For the outside, like the fae, if you will.
Yes. So they used to call it the spirit of the forest, spirit of the wood. They used to feed it, so they used to give it sugar and water.
Which is why you put sugar canes and other sort of treats on your trees.
Yes.
And you light them up and you keep them warm, and it.
Yeah.
That's why there is a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
But it's not very Christian. You go, hold on, why have Christians got Christmas trees? When there's no reason for them to have a Christmas tree. It does come from pagan traditions, of which they would bring an outside tree to keep the forest spirits warm and to bring them good luck and health and warmth and fertility, literally anything.
Very much a blessing.
Good. A blessing into the household, because you've gone out of your way to help these forest spirits.
Yeah.
Through the winter.
Yeah. So they can be fae. They can just be spirit. It's same thing. But basically the reason why we kept it, or at least Christianity kept it, was because old pagan traditions were very hard to get rid of. And I mean very hard to get rid of. Same goes with is it Candlemas?
Ah, yes, Candlemas. That's in February.
Yes, which is our Imbolc. If I'm saying that right, I'm thinking, yeah. And also Easter.
Ostara.
Which is Ostara. Yep, Ostara. So very much tough pagan traditions of tough old religions that never...
Old habits die hard, they say.
Very old habits die hard. Prince Albert started that in the UK. Yeah, he did. So wasn't it in, I believe it was Germany where they kept doing it? So
yes, it was. I remember my German friend is very proud of the fact that she's like, yeah, we both. I was like, it dates back a little bit further.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't want to ruin your Christmas spirit. I didn't say anything, but I just thought that I'm like, that's really nice information, thank you.
Yeah, so it was Germany that would not let go of that tradition. And yeah, Prince Albert did bring it across the pond. So that was absolutely brilliant that he did that.
It was really quite nice that he did bring it back.
Oh yeah, 100%. Could you imagine not having a Christmas tree at Christmas?
No, I enjoy it too much.
Same. Although, this is the second year with the cats. And they were kittens last time.
Can't be putting trees up. Can't be putting trees up now.
No, they were
cats.
They were tiny kittens when I first put the Christmas tree up, and now they are massive beasts. So I'm going to have to either get a smaller tree that they can easily knock over and not knock into anything else, or just not put one up. Pond, more like the Northern Sea. All right. If you want to get technical.
I mean, do you know what you could do for a tree? Is just get a picture, like a life-size picture of a tree, and stick it on the wall
Yes.
temporarily.
Yeah.
And you can put your presents under that picture, and then you go, technically, presents are under the tree.
True. Have you seen those? Have you seen those trees that's just like, the way it's just like bare all the way up, and then right at the top you've got just a bush. Have you seen them?
It seems like it's just kind of this. Oh my god.
I mean, technically they are.
Chaos.
Yeah, they are Maine Coon mixes, and they are still growing. So yeah, they are currently 6 kilograms. Both of them are both 6 kilograms and still growing.
I could be dealing with that. I love cats, but no.
Hey, that's
I
my
was
puppet. Love that.
Okay, so we've got Yule. I mean, New Year is New Year. That's celebrated by everyone regardless of what you do.
I'm gonna say I celebrate that New Year with my family, like all of my family.
But the thing is, it is a New Year. It's literally going into the
Well,
month, so it's not even
yeah,
a religious holiday. That one.
It's a new Earth year. Yeah. Okay.
So the last of January, that goes for Valentine's. And now I love the original Valentine's.
Oh, Saint Valentine, where the thing came from. Yeah.
Yeah. When we go even further back, when men would wear skinned bear coats.
Yeah.
But the thing is, do you know what's really funny? Do you know what? They may have gone round to loads of women to have sex, but do you know what? Do you know one thing that they always included?
What?
Consent.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if someone is unconscious, they do not want a cup of tea. Do not force them to have the cup of tea.
The answer isn't yes, they don't want any sex. Okay. Consent, people. But it's like, just because on Valentine's Day, like when it first started going up,
yeah,
I would agree. Choosers is a pet that I could would be proud of.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
100%.
I would love that as a pet. But back to Valentine's Day. Just because, you know, the women, everybody walked around naked. Men would wear bearskins, women would walk around naked. They would still ask, do you want to have sex? And if the woman said no, they'd be like, okay. To the next woman, do you want to fuck? And they'll be like, yeah, okay. And then they do it because Valentine's Day is a holiday that celebrates fertility.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of blood and there's a lot of sex.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day. Which is why when we think of Valentine's Day, it's the majority of people go on a romantic dinner and then they shag afterwards.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's it. That's the reason for Valentine's. It's literally because people walked around naked to celebrate. Well, women at least walked around naked to celebrate their fertility, and they would do rituals. Sex was the ritual to celebrate that. Because it's all about fertility now.
Yeah.
But consent and fertility.
100% consent. If you don't know what I'm on about with a cup of tea, YouTube it. Tea of consent.
Yeah. There's a lot more to it. But I'm not gonna lie, I haven't thought about Valentine's for a while.
That's sad.
I know, right? I was just being depressed for the past 4 years.
I'm kidding. Am I gonna have to send you a Valentine's Day card, Lilith?
From you, I don't want it.
Oh! Ew! Ew!
Ew! Give me the ick.
Give me the ick. Give me cooties.
Give me cooties. Ew. Actually, I'm trying to think. What did I do for last Valentine's Day just gone? I was single.
Yeah.
I was very recently single, but honestly, it didn't make that much of a difference to me. The year before, I don't even remember. I don't remember anything for Valentine's Day. I remember the first Valentine's Day I had celebrating with a partner. But I don't remember anything after that. Like, I do not remember a single Valentine's after the first one.
Aww.
Not that it hurts my feelings. I mean, hold on. Was it the first lockdown? No, we weren't in lockdown yet. We went into lockdown in March.
Yeah, March 29.
Oh, but if you're in Italy.
Was it 2019?
But if you were in Italy, you went in way before us.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Because I remember watching that on the news.
Love that.
Oh my god, yep. Yeah, no, Italy went into lockdown way before us because it was like week 4 of Italy being in lockdown, and we were like, we're still not in lockdown.
No, yeah.
Remember that? I didn't remember that.
Still trapped here. Still trapped in the UK. Yeah.
I feel that. Oh, you're still trapped in shit. Fair enough. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to come back to the UK, so.
Oh yeah, you were in Budapest, weren't you?
I was, and then obviously the first case of coronavirus was in December.
Yep.
November or December time.
Oh,
And I was still out there in January, and it was like, I'm getting a little bit worried now.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, well, with it being going through the airports, everyone's still going everywhere, so therefore, I'm at a higher chance to get it and spread it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna get on a plane and go home, and isolate for like 2 weeks, which I did. I got ill, but it wasn't coronavirus. I
Oh.
was fucking ill.
Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, look, the start of 2020, end of 2019, beginning of 2020 was fucking a mess.
I know.
The whole thing was a mess.
Yeah. 100%.
But we don't want to get. I'm not going to get political on here because.
Yeah, let's let's move away from
We
politics.
could go on about politics for hours.
Yeah, 100%.
Hours. And I have some very strong opinions, so we're not going to go there.
Yeah, we know that. Fire signs, am I right?
Shut the fuck up, Capricorn. I will make you cry. Faster than you can make yourself cry.
I'm going to say, I can make myself cry, honey. I don't need you to do it for me.
I'll do it for you.
I know, you'll take very...
Just wait.
You'll
Just wait till we get off this stream. I'll
you
fucking
revel in it, don't you? You make me cry. I'm never doing this again with you.
Fine, I'll just do it on my own then.
All right.
I'll find another friend. It's not a big, it's not hard.
You manifested me. I keep saying this to
I
you.
know.
You can't get
I
rid of
know.
me. You wanted
I
me.
know.
You can't get rid of me.
Here's the thing. I manifested you to come to me. Therefore, I can just walk away from you.
Rude. That's not how this
I
works.
manifested you to come to me.
It's not how this
Therefore,
works.
if I no longer want that manifestation, I'll just go right by.
It's not how it works.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Salem, is that how it works? No. See? No. The cat says no.
To be fair, you're the opposite. So, to be fair, yes, me and Lindsay are polar opposites in pretty much everything we do.
Apart from witchcraft.
Yeah.
Ish.
Then again,
Ish.
hold up on that one. When we first met,
Yeah.
you were very love and light. You don't do any baneful magic. You stick with yourself. You're not this. You don't do that. And I came along and was like, "Ooh, I do chaos magic. I do really, really baneful magic. My first ever spell was a curse. And do you know what? It worked successfully." And you're just sitting there like, "Oh my fucking god, she's a lunatic." And I'm just there like, "I'm also really gay." And you're like, "Oh my god, I'm really fucking straight." And I'm like, "No, you're not." And you're like, "Oh my god, I'm
Oh,
not."
stop fucking out, you bitch!
Oh my god, I'm not all love and light. And oh my god, I'm
Hang on a minute.
off of
Wait. Just because I didn't do any baneful magic didn't mean I won't do it.
No, but you always said, "No, I'm a white witch. I'm very love and light. I don't do."
I never said that.
I remember you specifically saying to me, "Oh, I don't do any baneful magics. I don't do any curses. I don't touch on that."
When
But you
did I
do
say
it.
that?
That's fine. But I don't do that.
I think I must have had like a mind thought.
Are you?
When?
Did you have like amnesia at the time?
I must have.
I
When?
remember.
When?
I remember looking at you and going, "Oh my god."
When?
Oh, it was like when we first met.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, because I was unsure of what your stance was on Baneful magic. And then you said that to me, I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, I just get very forward and come on, curses, that's some...
Yeah, 100%.
I disagree. Curses are fun.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit too fun, but I found that really, I'm going to be honest, my spells only really work if they are baneful.
You are really good at baneful, honestly.
I'm so good at baneful magic. It's unbelievable. I mean, someone has to.
By the way, are you still gonna help me with that thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I just need the name, a photograph, something of theirs if you've got it. If not, I'll just print it.
Oh, I can give you anything, anything and everything.
Name, the date of birth, you know.
Anything and everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing what you can get on Facebook.
It absolutely is.
Absolutely. I do the protection. I protect Beth.
You protect me from my ears.
I protect, but yeah. They just do it. I protect. That's it. That's the deal. That's the deal that we have going on.
I'll tell you what. One of the curses I will say, I'm gonna like out myself here. So me and my friend, we did a curse once.
I already know where this is going.
On one of our abusers, because we both ended up being. I was assaulted and she was abused by the same person. We're besties now. So we're good. Not the abuser, but like.
I was gonna say, yeah.
We decided she was very, very upset about this person. She was like, do you know what? I'm feeling very angry. I want them to hurt, but I don't do baneful magic. And I was just sat there and I was like, I'll do it for you. Like, I'll do that for you. That would be an issue. I still have a lot of anger for it. I can double that out. It's still an issue. And she's like, okay, well, I'll do a protection. I was like, yeah, you can do the protection. The protection. I don't need it. Do that.
Oh yeah, you told me about this recently, didn't you?
Yeah, so we did this at the same time. We were in two different parts of the country. I'm in Yorkshire, she's in Kent. So I ended up just doing fully baneful, like no holding back tarot cards, whole works. Like literally, I put out stories for this motherfucker, and she was there doing all the protection. She was like, oh god, yeah, like I'm really worried, what if it comes back? And I just thought, like, I'm not gonna be worried if it comes back, because it's not gonna come back. I am never worried that a spell will backfire. Never. I tend to believe that it will only ever backfire if you believe a spell can backfire. I know a lot of people believe in the rule of three, of which my friend does believe in the rule of three. I do not.
No.
I believe that people are the karma, and therefore I am the karma for this person.
Yeah.
So I did this curse, and we looked back a couple weeks later, like a month later, just to see if anything had happened to them, because they post a lot on social media. And we found out that their mum died. And we were like, oh. She was like, oh my god, we killed a woman, we killed her. And I was just there like, chill. We didn't kill anyone.
No.
We didn't kill anyone. We did a spell.
The universe acted accordingly.
The universe acted accordingly. We just sped up what was eventually going to happen. Yeah. And quite frankly, they hated that. They loved their mum, but they would lie about their mum. And you just sort of go, why would you do that? They were a very strange person. I feel like they were a pathological liar. But we don't want to talk about them, because I'm not giving them space on this platform. They don't even get a name. It doesn't get a name.
They who shall not be named.
Yeah. They who shall not be named.
Oh, dear.
Besides, they were just a very nasty person in general. Not only were they an abuser, they were actually really, like, transphobic.
Right. And
you just sort of go, hold on a minute. Think of the community you're a part of.
Yeah.
And the community you're saying slurs against. You just go, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, so that was one curse. We did actually end up killing a mother. Unintentionally, of course. My first fully actual curse, however, was probably my most successful.
I know which one you're on about, yeah.
I loved it. So for the audience, I'm going to tell you, I got really pissed off with two people that were part of my friendship group, and I decided to curse them both. And it's still going through. It's still going on. I
Sorry.
they would drop out of university, they would lose their position, like in their jobs, their education, they
Yeah.
would lose their partner, so they would lose their relationship. They, you know, would basically lose everything. The other person would remain single. She would lose all of her friends, and everything happened like that.
Yeah.
And I'm still happy with it. I'm just waiting for the final step. You have a freak accident. I'm kidding. Unless
Oh, have you ever done a regression? You've done a past life, haven't you?
I have done past life, so I know who I was in a past life.
I've not done it yet. I need to be in the right mind for him.
I actually did it when I first started the journey. I went like, I dived right into it. So I have done a past life regression. I've done it a couple of times. I did find out that I was in France, so I don't know if I was French or English that moved to France. I don't know. I can't, but I do believe I was French. I was in France. We lived in like a little cottage, but I came from money. I'm not gonna say the name or anything because I really don't want people to look up who I was in a past life because I'm still looking it up. But from what I learned, I had a partner. I came from money, but I did also practice witchcraft. I know what I looked like. I was incredibly skinny, pale as anything, and I had really dark brown hair. And I really liked the woods. I actually ended up having an altar in the woods. And I used to do it, I say my past life, they used to do it naked. And I was like, that's something I could never do now. But there are downfalls. It sounds so great in like tube, but it's really not. Didn't get on well with the parents, but eventually ended up going back to parents because the partner died and they remarried and they died of old age. But when I tell you, they were miserable and I cried waking up from that past life regression. Like, I was sobbing, and every time I thought about it, I just couldn't help but cry. Because they were like, they just died alone. They were miserable. They were like in mourning for a solid like 30 years of their life because of their first partner that they didn't marry. But they were run out of a town because they found out that they were a witch. And actually, I have met 2 people from a past life.
Have you?
How did you handle the emotional wall after you've done it? Oh, honestly, I just had to sit with myself and process it. And it took a couple days. I wrote, immediately after like waking up, I would write down as much information as I could. And I still have it on my phone. But when I found out the ending, honestly, I just had to sit for a couple hours, like days, on my own, processing it. I did actually have a witch friend at the time when I was when I dived into it, and I told her about it, and she was a huge help to just let me like vent about it, to which I was then able to build myself up, and I worked on myself from that, and I figured out, what do I want? What did I learn from the past life regression?
Yeah.
Is it something I would like to go through again, like what I would do again? Is there a lesson that I needed to learn? Is there something I still need to learn? Is it a lesson that's previously been learned that I can move on from? There was a lot of processing to go with that.
100%. Yeah.
I did regress a couple times. So it was like I would write it down, process it, and I would think about what I saw and what I need to take from it.
I've probably already asked you this question. You said you've done regression again and again. Was it different every time, or was it the same thing every time? As far as you know.
So the first few times I did it, and actually every time after, do you know what? Every single time that I've done it, and it's actually gone through. It was the same one life. So the one, I would start in the same place every time. it was really weird. I would always start in the woods, but the edge of the woods.
Yeah.
Where the altar was. So my altar was actually on a rock, and there was loads of moss on it. Loads of moss. There was loads of like, not vines, but it's just like overgrown, like.
Easy to cover.
Yeah, so it was easy to cover. I do remember seeing like an animal skull. There was a cauldron of some kind, a few candles. It was very like. Like there was just dirt everywhere. There was some skulls. There was some skeletons. It was very like aesthetically very pleasing, but very limited.
Yeah.
There was a mirror there though.
Yeah, didn't you mention like you think you would use it for scrying? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it was a full body length mirror, with like gold frame around it. Like a really fancy one as well. Like, how the fuck is she getting this in the woods and no one's noticing? But it was just a full length body, like a body mirror, leant against trees and some like twigs that she'd sort of like put up together, I guess. I don't really know how it was on a tree. It was leaning on this big tree, and I just remember standing there. And when I first arrived, like when I first regressed, I actually ended up looking down. I always looked down at my feet. My feet were always bare. And when I say I was pale, oh my god, you would have thought I was like a Cullen from Twilight.
What,
I was
like,
pale.
Like my Irish ass pale, or like paler than me?
Pale. Like I was like pure white. There was no colour.
Like your cabinet there.
Yeah, I guess so. It was like a greyish kind of white.
Right. Yeah. Oh, like a ghoulie.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
They were just pale. They were just like greyish kind of white, like a really dull grey white skin tone. They were incredibly skinny. And I just remember having really long hair.
Yeah.
Really long dark brown hair. Really skinny features. Nothing. I mean, I look nothing like how they did. Because I know some people tend to see a lot of resemblance. I did not. No. But I knew it was me because I could see it in their eyes. But
yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah. Past life potential hypnosis. It wasn't hypnosis. Actually, I did do it from a YouTube video.
Yeah. So there are plenty of guides that can help you through it. We'll pop some into the Discord. Would you say it's something for anyone to try?
Absolutely. I would say if you are open to trying it, go for it.
Yeah, 100%.
Try it.
So,
be prepared.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does. You just need to be
open.
Very open to it.
Yeah. Which is why I said I need to be in the right frame of mind, because I know that there's still some things that I'm not working through where I'm fully or 100% opening myself up. So, yeah. Need to be prepared. Yeah. Make sure you have plenty of water, something to eat just before, just in case.
100 years.
100 years. Happy sleep for 100 years. Yeah, it can change the perspective of your life. Yeah. 100%.
It can. It absolutely.
Chair's moving again.
It absolutely changed my perspective on my own life. Because I saw how they lived, and the fact and how they died. And actually, I will admit, they were really miserable for the majority of their life. They had one partner, that they were absolutely like head of it. Like honestly, I couldn't imagine anything else. Like this was like movie romance, the purest of things, didn't care who they were, where they're from, dancing in the kitchen in front of the fire kind of thing, like the purest of love. And I was like, oh my god, I genuinely felt it. It was incredible. But the downfall of that was I felt exactly how they did. Like I felt what they felt when they died, like their partner when they died, and I was like
Yeah.
that I don't want to do that again. Like, I don't want to do, like, I can't do that. And they were miserable for the rest of their life. And they died alone, and they were really sad. And they were miserable, I'm not going to lie. They were miserable for the majority of their life after that. And what's really funny is I find myself falling down that kind of path.
Do you think?
Yeah, I feel because I will going on, it changed my perspective, my perspective on everything. Because before I was like, I want to be married, I want to have kids, I want this and I want that pure like thing that everybody wants. And after that, I sort of had to sit there and go, is that what I want? And I realized that actually, as much as I do, I don't want to go through that pain. So I ended up, I will admit, I'm learning to open myself back up. But I pretty much shut down emotionally for a long time because I didn't want to fall in love and I didn't want to deal with that loss. It was just something I don't think I was ready for myself to go through. Ever. At that time. But
yeah. It's one of them where
it changes as a person.
Yeah, you won't actually know until you've gone through it. That's the thing. Like, you'll never know when you're ready for something unless you've actually gone through it. It's... Yeah. Like, you can prepare.
Tell you what, if there was one thing that I took away from it that was really good, was that I want to live my life the way I want to live it. That I learned that you can only ever be at your happiest if you're living your true self. Yeah.
100%. I like that.
I absolutely agree with that advice. That's exactly what I'm going with now.
Like
it needs to be lived to the fullest. So emotionally, I'm learning to reopen myself up to that. But otherwise, in every other aspect of my life, fine, let's go. I'm like, Sheila's life is too short to be worrying about such things.
Yeah. So the advice for those, this is going up on YouTube later. So the advice is, every life needs to be lived at the fullest, especially your present life. And I think that does sum it up very nicely. I do like that.
Could it be more spiritualizing a spirit guide? Ooh, it could be. You could realize that one of your spirit guides is one of your past lives. I'm not too sure how that works. Because my spirit guide is, I believe, is not one of my past lives.
It depends on what you believe in. Me personally, I believe in more of a soul family. So I explained to you this ages ago, wasn't I? I believe in more of a soul family. So instead of it being like your immediate family, which they can still visit, but like your soul family is a family that you will look over, look after, and grow with, and your soul will go through different life experiences. So for instance, this life right now, I believe, this is what I currently believe in, I believe that in this life I need to learn about, let's say, I don't know, I need to learn how to be a witch. let's say that bit. That's my life lesson. You can meet these souls over and over again, like in your current life, in past lives, in future lives, or it can be that your soul family is your spirit guide currently. That's what I believe in. But yes, some people do believe that they are reincarnations of them. I want to say, is that's the right word? But yeah.
Yeah, I would go with that.
It's you'll find you'll find what sort of like believes what you believe in and that sort of thing. What feels right to you.
Yeah. I tell you what's incredible is when you meet someone from a past life that you knew. I did that the moment I started diving into my the witchcraft, and I was talking to my witch friend at the time about my past life regression, and she was like, I'm just gonna have to stop you for a second. I was like, what? She was like, my entire left arm is tingling. As soon as you said the location and the time period, my hand was tingling, and I was like, that's really interesting. And then the next day, she came up to me and she went, so I called my mum because she was born into a pagan family. She went, I spoke to my mum over the phone, And I told her about like what you said about your past life, and that my arm just started tingling for no reason as soon as you said like certain information. And Mum said so casually, "Oh yeah, it just means that you knew each other from that past life." And I
So,
was like,
which arm? The left arm?
I
Or just
believe
any
it
arm?
was, yeah.
And
Just
tingling all the way
she
down?
just said her arm,
Right.
yeah.
I'll have to
She
remember
was like,
that.
yeah, my hand is just like. To be fair, it just so happened it was just her. It was just like my hand is tingling, sort of thing. I don't think it matters which. So I had a glimpse of Patrick Guy walking
Oh,
down
wow.
the street, and I'm sure he was. Wow. So you're sure he was one of your
Wow.
best friends in a past life? That's incredible.
It just goes to show how small the world is, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
But also, it's really funny, like how many past lives people can have.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
And you'd be all over the world, and all of a sudden you just go, "Oh, we've met. We've met before," and you go, "What?" And you go, "Yeah, in a previous life." It's like, what are the odds? I pass away, my soul is eternal. I would end up exploring the universe and beyond. My family is my family, and I would do anything for them and only them.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's whatever you believe in. So a lot of people will say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not being rebirthed. I'm going to look after my family that's here on Earth or whatever. And then some people believe in going to like their own little piece of heaven before doing anything else. Or, yeah.
Yeah, like I think it is based like if that's what you believe in, that's what you believe in.
Yeah, pretty much.
I also think like even when we die, our soul is our soul. We can choose. The universe does not put you through or make you do anything you A cannot handle or B do not want. And your soul is an ancient thing. Like it's old.
Energy.
Souls can be new and old, but the universe will provide what that soul wants and needs. Okay. So some people come back, their soul comes back, and they're, like our past lives, it's the same soul. It's going back and learning new experiences. But some souls are going, I've had one life, and I've had enough to experience it, I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because I've decided, I was like, I will see how this lifetime goes. For me to then, like, my soul would then decide, for me at least, would I want to come back? And how do I want to come back? Do I want to come back as a spirit that protects my family, that looks over, or somebody that wanders the universe? Or do I want to be someone that is in my own sort of universe? Like the Christian concept of like heaven or hell. Like, do you go to your own heaven? Do you want that? Your soul is your soul, and it will wander and do anything basically that your soul wants to do. Oh, another pagan or technical question which you often discuss. Come on, lay it on. Come on.
We'll have a go. We'll have a go. But yeah, it's I often feel the same, quite serendipity. I do like that word, serendipity.
It's such a nice word.
Yeah. I need to think about using that more often.
Alright, add that to the vocabulary.
Add. But yeah, it's legit like what you believe in, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it's just down to personal beliefs and everything. I personally believe that our souls choose what they come back as when they want to come back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could, like how some people are like, oh my god, this person just died and the baby's born and they look exactly like the person that's just passed. Like, well, maybe that soul just...
That's what they wanted to do.
Dead. That's what they wanted to do. Whereas I know for a fact, it's very... How rude. Manners.
You will learn that I do not have any manners. You should know this.
Yeah, I know this by now. I know. Do you know what? We've been friends for almost 9 months. That's it. We've not even been friends for nearly a
9
year.
months? I thought you were going to say a year.
No.
9
We met in
months?
March.
Bloody hell.
We met back end of March. April time.
Witches of Eastwick. To be honest, that is what I was going for. I was stealing that title and I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to put Witches of Yorkshire.
Do you remember the show? And I think it was a take on the Witches of Eastwick, but it was like the Witches of Essex or something like that. But I can't remember her actual name. The one that played Stacey in EastEnders. It was on BBC Three. Wrote it in Italian. No, that's okay.
It's fine.
On the point of the astral plane, there is no time and space. Do you think we reincarnate in a chronological way?
Oh, that's a really good question. Because, I mean, yeah, space... Well, time is an Earth concept.
Man-made concept.
It's a man-made concept. So, yeah, technically it doesn't exist in the astral or beyond Earth, to be fair.
Do you know what? I have an answer.
Go on.
So, like they've said, the astral plane has no concept of time and space.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the astral plane, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when the soul has done with one life, it hops on to the next. But I also heard a theory that ghosts, because like with the astral, we all live simultaneously, but in different like realms, different planes.
Mm.
So you know when we have like ghosts, and it's like, oh, I'm 20. I'm not a ghost. I'm not dead. You know, like when you communicate with ghosts, they're like, no, I'm not dead. I'm 20 and I live here.
And they say that it's because they're confused, but yeah.
But it's like we're all what if we're all living at the same time? But obviously, your soul can only really be in one place at one time.
Yeah.
So when the soul is done with this reality, this plane, it will go back into the astral plane and pick another time, which again isn't chronological. It could be going back, but I think because on Earth it is a concept, it is a thing, we move forward. Therefore we have past life regressions, therefore our soul can go back any given time that it wants to.
I was going to say, do you think it can go back to any time period? Cause that's
it's already happened.
Yeah.
So do you know what, when I die, the soul will go back into the plane. It can go back to another past life.
Yeah.
One that I'm not yet aware of.
Yeah.
So in the next life, that is after this one, so in Earth time, after my life, in the future, when it goes to that one, it will then have that additional life. So I'll have additional, like, 2 lives of me and the one beforehand. Does that make sense? That's what I think would happen. That's what I believe. I think that's it's a hot take.
Yeah, I agree.
Hot take.
I agree with that. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Because I do agree that we don't live in a chronological, like on the astral plane at least.
No, yeah, I think
our souls don't live chronologically. Time does exist in space, as in time slows down when you approach the speed of light. Black holes is another theory, which quantum mechanics doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so there is something.
Yeah, in space, time does exist, right?
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. But in terms of the astral plane,
yeah, I mean there is a paradox. I can't remember what it's called. Basically, it was a paradox that Einstein sort of like set off, where if you would send someone into space, the twins, same age, and you would send one into space. Sorry, I just got a notification that said World of Warcraft is now updated, so yeah, I do play WoW. If you send one into space and if they reach and continue on to the speed of light, that when they return back, their twin will be older than what they are.
Yeah, I've heard about that one.
To sum it up. But yeah, it does travel differently.
It's interesting. It is an interesting theory.
It is. It really is.
Definitely something that, again, we don't have enough time to figure out. It's just...
No.
It's crazy.
It's physically impossible to test currently.
The multiverse is a very interesting concept.
Very interesting topic.
Quantum jumping. I quite like that as a topic.
I think we're going to have to add this to the list, you know.
We went through our first week's list quite nicely, actually. We had like an hour's to go through with whatever we wanted to.
Yeah.
Which was quite nice, actually, because we got to talk to our viewers.
Oh, yeah. I think I do like this.
I quite like that. Yeah. I like to engage.
Definitely.
I like to get through the topic. I think that's how we'll do every week.
Yeah.
We'll go through the, what we want it to.
One particular topic, and then, yeah, 100%.
It's an open conversation.
Yeah, 100%.
Not only does it help them get to know us, we get to know them, we get to create like a rapport. It's actually really quite nice.
Nice. Yeah.
But I like the multiverse, like in terms of like quantum jumping as well. Like that's quite cool. I know it's quite a big thing on TikTok. What is it? Shifting? Calls it shifting realities.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very similar to shifting in and out in the planes, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're just moving your conscious to a different reality.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's something I would actually try. I know it's on Harry Potter TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like of all the places, like not even Witch Talk, but Harry Potter TikTok have got a hold of quantum jumping, not realizing the call it, obviously it's shifting realities, but what they're not realizing, it is quantum jumping.
Yeah. 100%.
Which is, it's quite interesting to see how much many people aren't educated on.
I was going to say I don't know much to comment on it. I know of the sort of concept, but I think that's going to be another thing that I'm going to research.
Like past life regression.
Mm-hmm.
So your conscious is aware that you're going back and you're in this other life.
Yeah.
Literally sort of the same, like a similar concept. You're just shifting your conscious to another universe of which you are currently living.
Oh, okay. Get you.
A different reality. Right. So it's like there is a multitude of realities. So let's say, example, you went to the shops and you can decide between an apple or a peach.
In one universe you take a peach, in the other one you take
an apple, but in the other reality you don't take either, and then in another reality you take both.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you shift your conscience into that different reality of which has happened at the same time as you have made those decisions.
Very similar to is it Loki on Disney Plus?
I don't watch Loki.
Did you not?
Yes.
Yeah. So right at the very end of the episode, you sort of like see it diverge, and it's just like, oh my god. I'm
not gonna lie, I don't watch Loki, but I know Loki sent signs of Loki, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch it, but I know you're there.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
He was like, oh, kill the joy, and I was like, you're right, I am.
There we go.
But, so quantum jumping, multiverse, the whole works is good. And I think that's a very Harry Potter story to finish this. Third one I watched recently, but I'm more more
of Tolkien, Lewis, and other historical authors like it.
I am a huge fan of Harry Potter. If you can't tell, with my Slytherin scarf and Hedwig in the background.
Hedwig. Love that.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
However, I think we should be calling it a night. We have
100%.
been on here for a little bit longer than we said we would.
Yep.
But I think it's calls for a good conversation.
Definitely. I mean, it has been a really good conversation.
Absolutely.
Covered a lot of range of different topics.
We did.
But this is good. This is good. If we can keep on going as we are.
Absolutely.
So, again, every single Tuesday, 8 p.m, we're on Twitch. If you have missed the previous episodes, they'll be up on YouTube because Twitch hates me currently. Please don't forget to join our Discord. Link is in the chat, and it's also going to be on the channel. YouTube's also on the channel. We'll see you again next Tuesday, I guess.
Thank you so much for joining.
If you're in the Discord, we'll keep talking to you there. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for tuning in to us.
Thank you.
And listening to us babble for about 2 hours.
I know. Like, the fact you still stayed here is incredible. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate the conversation. We love you joining in with us. It's greatly appreciated. And hopefully we'll see you both next week. Next Tuesday at 8 o'clock.
Next Tuesday.
UK time.
8 p.m. Every single Tuesday.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
And we will see you on Tuesday next week. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.